No longer shall the lust-filled animal sleep.
A rampage in a wanton orgy that would stagger the devil himself.
Mankind shall grasp its own and know the pleasures it was born to take. Reckless abandon shall raise aloft those that are brave enough to recognize the animal that they are.
In the musky night, with reeling brains, passion shall take hold and turn into writhing and twisting bodies.
And the great god Pan shall preside over all.
The Book of Lucifer also contains a list of the 4 crown princes of Hell, Satan, Lucifer, Belial, and Leviathan, and 77 infernal names. Representations of Satan from various cultures and religions. They are the names that, according to LaVey, are most useful in satanic rituals. The Book of Lucifer contains a long chapter entitled Satanic Sex, discussing Satanism's view of sexual activity and the misconceptions surrounding this view. He denies the belief that sex is the most important element in LaVeyan Satanism, and that participation in debauchery or other promiscuous behavior is enforced. He explains that sexual freedom is encouraged, but only in the sense that believers should be free to explore their own sexuality as they please, without harming others. Along with rumors of a satanic view of sex, LaVey also talks about animal and human sacrifice. He explained that the only time a LaVeyan demon cult would perform a human sacrifice would accomplish 2 goals: to unleash the wrath of a witch when she performs a curse, and to kill someone who deserves to die. He regards the act of harming others as a request to be exterminated and explains that Satanists are morally required to grant this request in the form of a curse. LaVey also said that demons would never sacrifice babies or animals because they are pure earthly beings and are considered sacred. In the Book of Lucifer, LaVey outlines LaVeyan Satanism's view of death. He explained that people who had lived a full life would fear death, and that was how it should be. He also disagreed with the idea of reincarnation. He encourages a strong will to live, comparing it to an animal's instinct to fight ruthlessly for their lives. Suicide is discouraged except in cases of euthanasia, where it will end extreme suffering. Since Satanists are considered their own gods, birthdays are celebrated as the most important holiday. After someone's important birthday is Walpurgisnacht and Halloween. Solstices and equinoxes are also celebrated. Book of Belial, the 3rd book of the Satanic Bible, describes ritual and magic. According to Joshua Gunn, it's adapted from ritual magic books like Crowley's Magic, Elementary Theory. The Satanic Rituals, published by LaVey in 1972, describes the rituals more precisely and contains the entire text of the Black Mass. LaVey begins the Book of Belial by defining magic as the alteration of a situation or event in accordance with one's wishes, which would, using normally accepted methods, be irreversible. He explained that some rituals were merely psychology or applied science, but some contained passages without scientific basis. LaVey explains that, in order to control someone, one must first get their attention. He gives 3 qualities that can be used for this purpose: sex appeal, sentiment, cuteness or innocence, and magic. He also advocated the use of odors. In Belial's book, he discusses 3 types of rituals: sex rituals, compassion, and destruction. Sex rituals serve to lure others, the ritual of compassion serves to improve health, intelligence, success, and so on. Destruction rituals work to destroy others. LaVey advocates finding other people with whom to practice satanic rituals to reaffirm one's faith and avoid antisocial behavior. He specifically advocated group participation for destruction rituals because compassion and sex rituals were more personal. LaVey goes on to list the key components to a successful ritual: desire, timing, image, direction, and the balance factor, awareness of one's own limitations. Details for various satanic rituals are described in the Book of Belial, and a list of required objects, such as clothing, altars, and symbols of Baphomet, is given. Book of Leviathan, the last book of the Satanic Bible, emphasizes the importance of spoken words and emotions for effective magic. A prayer to Satan as well as 3 prayers for the 3 types of rituals are given. Prayer to Satan commands dark forces to grant power to the summoner and lists the infernal name for use in prayer. Prayer used to conjure lust is used to attract the attention of others. Male and female versions of the prayer are provided. Prayer used for destruction magic commands dark forces to destroy the subject of prayer. Prayer used for the magic of mercy asks for protection, health, strength, and the destruction of anything that interferes with the subject of prayer. The remainder of the Book of Leviathan consists of the Enochian key, which LaVey adapted from Dee's original work. LaVey provides a brief introduction praising Dee and explaining some of the histories behind the keys in the Enochian language. He argues that the translation given is unvarnished from a translation carried out by the Hermetic Order of the Golden Dawn in the 1800s, but others accuse LaVey of simply changing references to Christianity with theirs to Satan. The Satanic Bible often uses the terms God and Satan interchangeably, except when referring to these concepts as other religions see them. LaVey also sometimes uses the term God to refer to other religions' views of God, and Satan are a synonym to refer to the idea of God as interpreted by LaVeyan Satanism. As when he wrote, "When all religious belief in lies has diminished, it is because man has become closer to himself and further from God, closer to devil." Throughout the Satanic Bible, LaVeyan Satanist view of God is described as Satan's true self, projections of their own personalities, not external gods. Satan is used as a representation of personal freedom and individualism. Satan is also used as a metaphor for ideas related to the early Christian view of Satan, or the serpent. Wise, defiant, questioning, and free thinking. LaVey discusses this extensively in the Book of Lucifer, explaining that the gods worshipped by other religions are also projections of man's true self. He argued that man's reluctance to accept his own ego had caused him to externalize these gods in order to avoid the feelings of narcissism that would accompany self-worship. Book of